So you want to get diamond rank in Street Fighter 5, but don't have a clue on what you should be doing to get that also elusive rank that you desire. Well, don't worry, I got you covered. In this video, I'm going to be giving you all the tools you need to get you from rookie to diamond. But before I get into the specific tools that you will need on your rookie to diamond journey, I want to give you the two main tools that will be the foundation of your journey. They are anti-airing and neutral. With anti-airing, we're going to be using a drill. And I have the perfect drill that we can do, which I detail in this video right here. I will link that video in the description and in the title card as well. So I encourage you guys to check out that video because it's going to be important in helping you learn how to anti-air. So with anti-air squared away, let's talk neutral. Now, I've already spoken at length about how to approach neutral in my 5 tips for beginners video. So instead of rehashing those points, I think I'm just going to pass it over to Past Narukami to explain how to approach neutral. Learning neutral can be quite daunting because many people tend to overload beginners with a lot of information to the point of frustration. So instead of doing that, I'm going to teach you a very basic way you can learn neutral using the 3-step method that Guilty Gear champion Machable uses. Machable's method is composed of 3 different things that can help facilitate decision making in neutral, and they are preemptive, aggression, and expecting. Preemptive is throwing out buttons to take up the space in front of you. Aggressive is taking aggressive actions such as dash for a throw or buttons. Expecting is waiting outside the range of your opponent's preemptive buttons to set up with punish opportunities. Each of these concepts work together to create the perfect rock, paper, scissors structure in which preemptive beats aggressive, aggressive beats expecting, and expecting beats preemptive. Now, how you apply the structure is going to be different from game to game and character to character, but the overall concept is still the same. Thanks, Past Narukami, for that wonderful explanation of neutral. With all that out of the way, here's what we're going to do to get you from rookie to diamond. The first ranks that we're going to be focusing on are rookie to gold. The tools that you will need to get you from rookie to gold are the following. For the offensive tools, we're going to need the following things: combos, combo punishes specifically for things like sweeps, DPs, and supers, and meaties for all rises. Now for the defensive side of things, we're only going to need 2 things: anti-airing specifically from the character starting position, and blocking. Now with all the tools in place, we're going to create a very simple game plan of just spacing ourselves out at character starting position and anti-airing, meeting our opponents when they're knocked down, punishing their unsafe moves whenever they do them in neutral, and just blocking if we just so happen to get knocked down. The reason for this game plan is very simple. Players at this level like to jump a lot, they don't block on wake up, and they rely on doing unsafe moves in neutral. So with this game plan, we're going to be able to capitalize on all those mistakes that the opponents like to do at this level and make them hurt. Now, one thing we might want to be aware of is if the opponent has meter. The reason why is because if they have meter, they have access to invincible moves such as DP or super that they can do at any time, either on wake up or in neutral. If we see that they're doing them constantly, we can just bait them and just punish them with the proper punish combo. So now that we've taken care of how to get from rookie to gold, let's talk about getting from gold to platinum. From gold to platinum, we're just going to be simply adding skills. For the offensive side of things, we're going to be adding preemptive and expecting from our neutral triangle, throws, both meaty and tick, and frame traps and pressure strings. For the defensive side of things, we're going to be adding anti-airing from the mid-range, dash checking, and delay teching. Now, if you don't know what delay teching is, it's a very powerful defensive technique in which we match the timing of our tech to the timing of an opponent's frame trap. What this does is it allows us both to block the frame trap and also tech throw if they choose to go for the throw instead. With all the tools in place, we're now going to set up our game plan. The game plan is to poke at our opponent wherever they're in the range of our pokes, with punish their normals whenever we're outside the range of their pokes. Once we get our knockdowns, we're then going to mix up our pressure between throw and strike to establish our throw strike game. And then once we get knocked down and they're pressuring us, we're then going to use the delay tech to defend ourselves. The reason for this game plan is that players at the level have started to learn that they just can't jump and do as much random moves as they were doing in the previous rank. They start to buckle down a little bit and start to play a little bit of neutral, albeit with the caveat of them randomly dashing and then jumping at you in closer ranges. And also whenever they do get in, they tend to try to open you up with a throw. So we want to be able to safely learn neutral while being able to defend ourselves against a lot of the stuff the opponents like to do in these ranks. Now let's talk about the final ranks, from platinum to diamond. In order for you to achieve that also luscious diamond rank that you covet, we're going to add to our offensive game the final portion of the neutral triangle, aggression. Also, we're going to add V-trigger usage, and the final thing that we're going to add is the shimmy. Wow, that sounded kind of dramatic. Now, if you don't know what a shimmy is, it's baiting your opponent to whiff a throw and then punishing that whiff throw with a fat combo. Now for the defense, we're going to add backdash, V shift, and V reversal. Now with all the tools in place, let's create our final game plan. We're going to be playing in that close range like we were in the previous rank before, albeit with the added caveat of us adding an aggressive action if we see the opponent doing nothing in neutral. There's maybe a dash for a throw or a jump in to get them to respond. We're going to start making use of our V trigger for our comebacks and also to put pressure on the opponent. We're also going to start to incorporate our strong throw game to get them to tech and then punish their techs accordingly with the shimmy. And if we just so happen to find ourselves on the defense, we're going to make use of backdash sometimes instead of just delay teching so we don't get shimmied ourselves. And we're also going to V reversal and V shift if we find ourselves in bad situations for their pressure or if they're applying their strong V trigger pressure to us. Now the reason for this gameplay is because players at this level are a little bit more solid, so we're going to need more ways to open them up just besides neutral. And also players have a stronger offensive game here with their V triggers and their pressure and their understanding of shimmies. So we want to be able to defend ourselves against all these options that they like to do here. And that, my friends, is how you can get from rookie to diamond easily. If you want more tips on how you can improve on your rookie to diamond journey, click on this video right here in which I give 5 things that you need to practice while you're in training mode to level up your game.